Spitwads, look, now that we can get out and travel and take those vacations again, we want to celebrate some of our favorite times. And look, let's celebrate by turning some of those new memories into art with paintyourlife.com. It's an incredibly easy service. It's fast. You can get your portrait in as little as 2 weeks because you just give them a portrait, and then they take one of their artists and they hand paint it. We have in our headquarters here, we have a tremendous charcoal sketch of the
three handsome men,
of three devastatingly handsome fellas, and we look even better in the charcoal. I've got at home a really nice oil painting of my doggo. Like, it's a really unique gift. You can choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfected. It makes the perfect birthday, anniversary, or wedding gift. It's meaningful and will be cherished forever. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, for a limited time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word artist to 64,000. That's artist to 64,000. Text artist to 64,000. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com/terms. Again, text artist to 64,000. On today's Spit Hit, it is jam-packed. Of course, we got the Would You Rather, but this episode also features a fantastic Jason Explains.
I'm so smart.
You are definitely the smartest Jason on our podcast.
Thank you.
We dive into the Situation Room as well. Like, we debate getaway destinations using public amenities, a monetary moral dilemma, and of course, what Spitballers is not complete without a draft. We are drafting the Mount Rushmore of actors. Make sure you subscribe and tell your friends about the Spitballers podcast. Here we go.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Keep it going.
Mike says keep it going. Mike says keep it going. I say stop.
Might have been my best one of all time.
I was impressed with the beginning, but once again,
you don't like the pow?
Come on, stuck that landing like
that was
a gold
cannon.
medalist.
you never
gymnast.
landed. You're just spinning
You're right.
in the air.
You are right.
Ow.
Jason never landed. He is soaring among the atmosphere.
To
Jason,
the moon.
10 out of
Jason
100.
Spitballers.
10 out of 100. Thanks.
10 out of 100.
A solid 10%. You build me up, but then I think you meant to say 100 out of 10.
Oh,
I'd like to believe that.
I was very specific with my words.
All right. Well, thankfully, it's 3 more episodes till I got to do that crap.
As I
again.
say, every 3 episodes we do have to absorb one of your scats, and I absorbed it, and it was better than others that you've done. So welcome in to the Spitballers podcast. Andy, Mike, and Jason. Would you rather? We're gonna do a Jason Explains, so you'll get more Jason on today's episode.
Oh, are we?
It's in the show doc.
Congratulations.
Al Borland put it in there. So
to everybody
Excellent.
We also have a draft. We're doing a Mount Rushmore draft of something I'll reveal later. And then we have a Situation Room as
It's
well.
a Mount
on the
Rushmore
show.
draft of our favorite presidents on Mount Rushmore.
Yes. I'll take Washington.
Reorder the presidents however you want. The ones
Who's
that
going to
are
end
already
up
up
with
there.
Teddy?
Oh,
Who's gonna end
Teddy's
up with Teddy?
Teddy's a sleeper.
He's the sleeper of the 4. Yes.
Jason, who are the 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
You got Abe Lincoln, George Washington, Teddy, and
Oh, this is the best part.
I want to say Ben Franklin, but definitely not president.
He was never president.
Yes, and I'm aware of that. That's what I said. Oh goodness, I can't remember.
Fantastic.
Help. Thomas Jefferson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thomas
you got it.
Jefferson
We did it.
coming home.
Ooh,
At-
nice.
Spitballers Pod on Twitter. Spitballerspod.com is the website. You can check out, check out the Patreon. Become a Spitwad. Support the show. Get the episodes early. Get your ideas into Al Borland's ears via a secret channel. You get to talk to him on the phone every day. Everybody who's on there.
It's more like his eyes.
He's got a
usually.
red phone that just flashes when you call.
It gives you access to a human being named Al Borland instantly. And we appreciate you taking those phone calls all day long, Al.
I'm here for the Spitwads.
I wasn't sure you were here at all, the way that sat there. We appreciate your reviews, your support over on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening, subscribing, reviewing. Let's do some Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Less confidence throwing to the producer on a Zoom call than in studio. Not a great deal in either circumstance.
He could be going
But
potty
less
right now. We
here.
have no idea.
No, you just don't know. Would you rather, from Dan, he writes in, would you rather have to use a public toilet every time that you need to use the bathroom, or use a public shower every time you, the word here is cleanse?
It's every time you cleanse.
I think, yeah, every time you shower, I assume.
I think that's what they're saying. I mean, maybe this is more of like a spiritual healing. Every time you cleanse, you need to do that meditation in a public shower.
Are people using public showers a lot, and I'm missing out on this trend? I'm not really. I don't think I've ever used a public shower in my life.
Okay, so let's lay this out.
Maybe out of choosing this thing.
Well, there are two different types of a public shower. One you have like athletes where it's just one giant shower and everyone
No
after
walls.
the game.
No walls.
Correct. There's no protection. Everyone's shame is there.
Or glory.
Or
But yes, I mean, with exposed.
So no walls.
okay, and then there's things like the public gym or a spa where they have individual showers, which I have used an individual shower at a public place. And go ahead, Jay.
I feel like that's what it has to be, right? Like you're not going to the
It's
bathroom.
not a communal shower.
Right, you're not going. The question is, every time you go to the bathroom, would you like to go to the bathroom in a toilet that
In a
everyone
communal
can
potty.
see? In a communal
Just
potty.
a room full of toilets.
Would you like to sit on a horse trough and go to the bathroom every time you got to go?
I mean, to be fair, I think we've all used the horse trough at a sports stadium before, and that is definitely a communal potty.
Yeah, I don't know what changed that they stopped doing that. Maybe they realized walls aren't that expensive.
What do you mean you don't know what changed?
Why did they do it in the first place?
That's the real
what
question.
Sensibilities have changed over time where at one point in time we were fine going in a trough. I don't know.
Just
the
trough?
money?
It worked for the animals.
The improvement of trough to individual urinals, stalls, whatever. If you've ever been concerned that humanity is not progressing,
that's your
just
sign?
remember that we did that. We all at the stadium had to pee into a trough, looking your pee pal in the eyes.
And
That
thank
was
goodness you were looking at them in the eye. That's what you wanted.
Right, eye contact. No, you
No,
needed
it's
the
what
eye
you wanted,
contact.
Mike.
You wanted to make
Listen,
sure.
there are worse things.
Eyes up here.
but-
eyes
Eyes
up
up.
here.
But my point is,
what's crazy?
none of those things are good, and we have improved. We like so. If any improvement has happened, just remember the trough to individuals.
And if
Look,
people are like thinking that's some ancient archaic thing, like
Oh,
this
no, it
was
is not.
This was in the Tempe Stadium where ASU plays games while a Super Bowl was played there. The Super Bowl went to that stadium.
you had a
That's
Super
actually
Bowl-
what they called the trough.
The Super Bowl.
Oh, that's
how they got the
the
name.
Super Bowl. Oh, mercy.
Oh man! All right, look, this is an easy answer for me. I'm gonna do the public toilet, and the reason being is I can maneuver in a public toilet environment where I'm not touching anything. I'll have shoes on when I walk in there. If I'm going public shower, I'm going bare feet. Public shower.
No,
the
you wear
water,
slippers.
That doesn't sound good to me. Slippers.
What? No.
I
Okay.
mean,
Well, here's the trade-off.
Slippers are just wet carpet on your feet at that point.
No, not like a cushy. This is just a pure,
A sandal?
like a rubber slide on.
I wear my Ugg boots in the shower when I go.
I
Nice
would
and
in that
sloppy.
situation.
That's how I
probably
know
would.
my feet are clean. No, you have slide-ons that are it's
For the
not
water?
like- it's not like a carpet at
It
all.
still seems grosser to me.
It's not optimal. But you know what is not optimal? Going
Public
to poo-poo in a
toilets.
public toilet.
Yeah, the poo-poo problem. Can I
That's
poop
a
in the
big
Can I
problem.
poop in the shower and then shower? No, wait, that doesn't work.
Yeah, this is not helpful.
cheese grater.
All right. Ugh.
So
All
it's
right.
an easy question. It's an easy question for you, and you choose public toilets. It's an easy question for me, and I choose the public shower
Now
because
you
I
take
get,
45 to 50-minute showers.
and poop. So either way, either way, it's this is me time, and I would rather. I feel like the one is cleaning me, one is dirtying me.
That's
I'm gonna-
true.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
if you're committing 50 minutes to each location, then I am switching quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm a quick pee party and I'm gone and I can go no touch,
You don't get to control the toilet paper.
I'll just never go number 2 again. I'm fine.
Just
in the
absorb
public
it.
restroom.
Hold it. All right, Mike, you go ahead and make your selection here, and we can mercifully move on.
I mean, the problem is, I hate to dive into the question a little bit further, but like the idea of
We got
I have
nothing to do, Mike. Go ahead.
I mean, if you're saying public, that's insinuating I have to go somewhere, and when you gotta go, you gotta go. So I mean, like if I'm at home and that feeling hits that I gotta go now, I can't possibly be driving somewhere. If you're just saying somehow magically,
I'm imagining you're walking 10 feet outside your door either way.
all right. If I'm walking the 10 feet, I will take the public shower. It's not that bad. It's not ideal, but it is more. Getting into a shower where the floor is wet is much better than sitting down on a toilet that has a warm seat and you don't know why it's warm.
There are countries that don't treat their public bathrooms the way we do in America. They treat them with respect.
Yeah,
and
they treat them better.
And they are clean, and they are well regarded for their cleanliness.
Is this a country of like 3 people?
No, there are large nations that have grown. Look, we just talked. America was peeing in troughs 30 years ago. Clearly, we have not matured our bathrooms to the level that they need to be at.
What's crazy to me, my father grew up with an outhouse. I know my dad.
That's what I'm saying.
He raised me, and
I know my dad. He raised me.
Look,
I'm saying,
I
like,
met him.
he's not some like 200-year-old, you know what I mean? Like this is one generation above me.
It's not the
Grew up
Wild
with an
West.
outhouse.
And he grew up with an outhouse. That's like when I hear that, I'm like, no.
Did they ever share outhouses? Were there ever like one in between 2 houses? It was
I have no idea.
like they did phone lines. You know, they did that too. When you
yes.
first put in a phone line, when my grandparents got a phone, there were 4 neighbors. They shared one line. If you picked up and your neighbor's on the phone, you just hang it up again. Hopefully, they didn't do that with bathrooms.
What the more you learn, the more you
shows-
know.
The more you learn. You're doing good. You know your dad, though. That's good.
I do,
Nick from Twitter. Where would you rather spend a month? A bungalow on the beach or a cabin in the mountains?
Ooh.
A month.
A month. 1 full month.
Oh, man.
Both sound pretty nice.
They do sound nice for different reasons. I love.
a bungalow is inferring smaller
Yeah.
area to live, right?
Yeah, a smaller.
I feel like a bungalow's like a one-room hut.
Little studio bungalow.
Yeah.
A bungalow is a low house with a broad front porch, having either no upper floor or upper rooms set in the roof.
Yeah, so it's small.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so
usually
smaller.
1 story. Yeah.
So a smaller.
You're saying it's got a broad front porch.
Oh,
That's
the
what
broadest.
makes a bungalow.
Yes. Bungalow is a fantastic
See, I think
word.
I'd rather spend a month in the cabin in the mountains. But if you gave me a week, I'd probably take the bungalow.
What's the difference?
I think I would wear out of the beach life quicker than the cabin
interesting.
life.
I will say this.
Yeah, that's what I think so.
What do you do at a beach? You go, you sit, you
Lot of
swim, you
stuff.
play in the water. I mean, well, sure, if you bring a ton of different things to do, but
Yeah, in general,
general,
you're beach bumming.
the beach is
you're
the
chilling.
same today as it is tomorrow, as it is the next day. Whereas in wildlife, in a cabin, every day could be different. Is there a deer? Is there a bear?
No more room to spread out, maybe. Although, might be about the same size. I don't know. It's a tough call. These are the two kind of vacation destinations that people go for.
Is it weird that I'm worried about a sunburn primarily? Like I'm like
no, that's part of it, man.
A month on the beach.
Living on the beach, you need to be worried about skincare.
Yeah,
it's legit.
You could get stuck in that bungalow if you're peeling and in pain.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to spend too much time in my low roof,
the wide front
bungalow.
porch. Yeah.
But how awesome is it that when someone's like, "Well, where are you staying?" and you go, "Oh,
at the bungie.
That's my bungalow, the old bungie back there." Otherwise, she's like, "Oh, I'm in the cabin."
That sounds pretty good
the cabin's
too,
nice
man.
too. Yeah.
I know a bungalow.
Which
man.
are you picking? I mean,
I'm
are you
taking-
going beach?
Yeah, I mean they're both great, but if I have to be somewhere for a month, I'll take the beach.
Okay.
I'll come back
Jason
bronze.
seems like he is
Jason
struggling.
will be even more pale than he was when he started.
He'll be pink.
I am struggling here. I think beach. What's crazy is when you said I'd take the beach for a week and the cabin for a month. My initial thought was, well, that's weird, and I think it's my exact same thought. The more that I think it through, the beach is fun, the pinnacle is higher, but I feel like a month is a time where, I mean, things change. This is a relaxation journey. This is a cleanse, if you will. And I would want to do that in the woods, in nature, in the cabin.
Now, I am
I
far
like
more
that the
likely.
ocean is not nature.
I feel like I'm more likely to die at the cabin in a month than I am at the beach.
Maybe I was going to say clearly neither of you have aspirations of learning how to surf.
Oh, man.
I would enjoy that 20 years ago. Yeah.
Because if you
Like
I'd
now,
love to learn
I know
how to
I would
surf now.
I would try, but it's like, I'd like to play the piano too, but I feel like that ship has sailed.
See, you could learn now. I could learn the piano right now. The reason I couldn't surf, I think if I'm up on a wave, I've got really strong legs. Mm-hmm. I've got good balance. I think I would crush. I would never be able to get up on that board. That's the issue.
But you got a month, man.
No, I got a belly.
I thought you were going to say the sunburn again.
When the knees come up, they stop too short. I can't jump up very easily.
Let me ask you this, Jason: where are you more likely to lose the belly, in the cabin or at the beach?
Oh, definitely the beach. Mm-hmm. Definitely the beach.
You can't chop wood, chop that belly right away.
I can, but I'm not going.
Jason's
chopping wood's not
wood.
fun. Chopping wood's not fun. Going and playing in the ocean, that's a blast.
Our family goes up north, and I've discovered they have these ninja warrior courses.
Wait. Hold up.
Did you not know this, Mike?
They do?
No, they have 30 or 40-foot lines, and you tie them between each tree. And they've got all these things you can hook onto them and a lead line.
Crap,
and you can.
I forgot about rope courses.
Yeah,
those things are awesome.
I forgot about rope courses.
They are, man. They're so much fun.
Next time
still
I'm
the
up
beach.
north.
It's still the
All
beach.
right,
Well,
all right.
yeah, I'll just
Al.
visit Andy in the cabin.
Al, do you
Owl's a cabin man.
Al, should I be sharing what you just shared with me?
Sure.
Jason cannot do a cannonball in the pool because he cannot pull up his knees and grab them. True story.
It is a true story. Al Borland was over swimming at my house, and
No.
first of all,
You can't
shout
cannonball?
out to Mr. Borland doing front flips, back flips, and
Wait a minute. Borland can do a backflip?
he couldn't the first time. I got to tweet this video out. The first time he
You
tried
have
to
it
do a
on video?
backflip, I have a video of it, and he starts to go, and he thought for sure he was going to do it, and then he just jumps back,
Belly
goes,
flop?
back flop.
Oh, backflop. That makes
Oh,
sense.
it was great, but he did nail it. He got back up on the horse. He did a backflip. He did a front flip, and his cannonballs, guys, are perfection. You'd think I could do the best cannonball, but I can't get my hands around my knees.
Jason,
got a tip for
I've
you.
got this to tell you. Doing a cannonball, a perfect cannonball, is not hard. There's not much skill
Say
involved.
that to my knees.
In a perfect cannonball, as you dap up Owl Borland for his cannonball, it's literally can your knees
Grab your
be-
knees.
No. No, you're wrong. I'm telling you, Mike.
He's
Al
watching
is
him like-
nodding. Al is nodding, going like, yeah.
No, You are 100% wrong because when
you're
he
a
did
wizard.
it, I have seen 100 people do a cannonball before. I mean, when he came up, I literally said I thought a cannonball was like universal. When his cannonball hit, I thought a gunshot had gone off. The waves in this pool were unbelievable, and I'm confident his body filled with water from, he just landed so hard down on the bottom.
He's still getting rid of some of that water.
I sense a cannonball off is happening soon.
Yes.
Let's go.
Now, Jason,
you will lose,
if you
Mike.
want to get those knees up, I think the real trick is just learn to do the splits. You'll be able to spread them and then
just
hold
little
hold
Van
your knees
Damme
a little
action.
bit easier.
So I'm holding one knee to the left, one knee to the right.
That's what I'm
That's a dangerous position.
Yeah, you don't want to go in
That-
like that.
If I lean forward, I'm toast. I
That
can't
reminds
land
me
in
of
the
the
water
kid
like
from
that.
Hook. That reminds me of the kid from Hook that rolled the cannonball down the.
Would you rather do a back flop, a belly flop, or a split flop?
Or
Oh, mercy.
All right, maybe you shouldn't jump in the pool anymore, man.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is when I do pencil dive, it's like a cannonball.
Oh,
So,
you got a
know,
killer
so
pencil
the-
dive.
Yeah, the belly just automatically cannonballs. no
How's your
matter what I
can
do.
opener?
Do you practice
Can
a lot,
opener's
Al?
great. Can opener is fantastic because that's basically half of what Andy's saying. Put one knee up to the side.
I mean, a can opener is
I don't know what a
far
can
more
opener
efficient.
is. That's a type of jump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a can opener is a type of cannonball.
It's a one need.
It's a one knee up because you go in
What
at an
part
angle.
of you hits the water first? Your leg?
Your foot.
Your foot
Oh.
does, but you're angled, so you do like a
You do a
rocking
little-
chair
there's
motion.
a fwop.
Yeah, if you full wop all over the place.
Okay. All right.
A full wop.
Beautiful foot.
All right. Sweet mercy. All right. Bilbo. Bilbo's writing in. We
Is this
can't
Mr.
stay here,
Baggins?
guys, because Bilbo's got a question for us, and we need to
Okay.
get to Bilbo's question.
Mr. Baggins.
From the website.
From the website, would you rather have a dog with a cat's personality or a cat with a dog's personality?
Oh, that's a
This is-
fantastic question. Because
Well,
cats are the
So
worst.
do you want a
because of their
dog that goes and
personalities.
hides in the corner and never sees you?
Do you want a
And
dog
hates
that
you.
wants to kill you?
Yeah.
Or a cat that's no, you have to have the dog with the cat's personality.
What?
You
Is
have
this
to.
just an
You
allergy
take
problem?
No,
allergies?
listen.
Take
no, it's not
allergies out.
allergies.
Okay.
Because if you give a cat a dog's personality, I'm going to get torn up to shreds. Because when I come home, that cat is excited to see me, and he's jumping all up over me with its nails, and it biting
right.
me, and the sheer what do they call them? Talons? Cat talons?
Claws? You
Yes,
can claw a cat.
No, cats have talons for sure. Continue.
The cat talons would get me if they're two excited cats. Cats need to be in the corner.
If a cat had a dog's body, it would destroy you so
I
fast.
didn't say it's a personality.
They would
Yes.
own the world.
No. I'm saying, but that's the same thing. A cat with a dog's body is a dog with
You
a cat's
mean
personality.
like a mountain lion?
And I'm saying,
Or a
yes,
tiger.
exactly. Think about big cats. Big cats have the body to kill you, and so what do? They kill you. That's what they do because inside of their heads they are monsters.
Oh my
so
goodness!
yeah, I'm definitely taking the cat body with the dog personality because I know it's not as cool to like small. I love small dogs. I love them. I would prefer. I've got two big dogs and I
Your
love them.
team small dog?
I'm not team small dog because I love all dogs, but I also really I don't have any problem with small dogs. I want to be able to have them on my lap when I'm, doing anything. And sometimes
What's your ideal breed?
my ideal breed is definitely hypoallergenic. So I would say like some kind of small poodle.
Okay, like a toy poodle.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a
Interesting.
little mix.
I want to see Jason playing with a toy poodle, just carrying it around. It would be incredible.
I agree. It would be incredible. I'd love it.
I'm still afraid of the cat talons, guys. Mike, do you have any final answer here?
I mean, if we're taking allergies out, it's the cat personality that's the problem. So if it's a cat with a dog personality, I'm gonna have some scratches. I'll deal with it.
Think about how cute kittens are. How soft.
Oh,
how
yeah,
cuddly,
they are.
How
They're pretty great.
wonderful. But then
Yes.
they grow up and the personality changes where they don't want anything to do with you and they hate you and they want to kill you. And so if it doesn't, it was like, oh, you still love me. You're still cute and fluffy, and I would love cats then.
All right, we're gonna do some Jason explains before we move on to the situation room. So
All right.
I guess I have to push this button now.
Spitwads, when it comes to fitness, keeping things fresh, it is the best way to stay motivated and prevent the burnout. And Peloton, they are pushing you further with so much new on the Peloton Bike and the Peloton Bike Plus. New classes, new music, new ways to keep your workouts fun and motivating. I love my Peloton Bike. Like, where else can you go from, cranking out a 30-minute session with the soundtrack to Encanto right into, well, you know what? I want to fire up some 80s rock. Like, they have everything that you want. It's always tremendous playlists on there. I love the instructors. There's so many, and you can find someone who jives with you. You know that I'm on Team Alex, and shout out to Dennis and Jen as well. It's just, whenever I jump on the bike, I know that there is something new and something fresh. And really, like, jumping in there to a live class, there is this energy that is really difficult to explain, knowing that what they are going through right now live is what I am going through, which is what keeps me coming back time and time again to my Peloton. I love it. And right now, visit onepeloton.com to learn more. That's OnePeloton.com.
Jason explains in 60 seconds.
Now, Al has the wheel. We don't know what the wheel will select. And we're going to find out. And Jason,
all right, Jason,
will
you
find out.
have 60 seconds to explain puppets.
Oh, puppets are easy. Actually, I grew up as a puppet master. So what puppets are? Puppets, yes.
That's what they're called.
That's what they're called, a puppet master. If you graduate to an advanced status of doing at least 3 puppets, you are known as a puppet master. Now, there are several kinds of puppets. You have marionette puppets. Those are the ones that dangle from strings and you play God above. There are the puppets that are your hand goes inside of it. It can be as simple as a sock, a brown paper bag, or a really, really nice one. And then there are other puppets that are called puppets, and I just absolutely disagree. They aren't puppets. They don't have anybody up them or above them. They're just called stuffed animals, and those are not puppets. Just so everybody knows. Now, sometimes there's a hybrid.
Is that the second half? You're naming all non-puppets.
All non-puppets are yes, absolutely. Now there is a hybrid here that is the clear winner, and the puppet is the hand up the back. And you still have the stick to control the hands. So that gives you wide range of motion. I'm pretty confident Sesame Street. Look, I guess the best puppet is when you get to wear a costume. Are you still a puppet?
Not a puppet anymore.
That's absolutely a puppet, Mike. I'm explaining what puppets are.
You're the hand in that situation.
Big Bird is a puppet, not a costume, and that is all you need to know.
Wow.
About puppets.
So that I take it. My biggest takeaway from this explanation, which was, eye-opening, to say the least, the Metallica song "Master of Puppets."
Mm-hmm.
My whole life, I thought it was about one thing. I'm wrong.
It's about an expert level puppeteer.
It's about an expert of puppets.
He's a master of puppets. That's absolutely right.
The
I've never
master.
been simultaneously sure that you knew everything and nothing about a topic more than in that 60 seconds. So I appreciate it.
Oh, you're half right.
What we got to know.
The Situation Room.
Well, now we'll never
You
know.
ruined it, Mike.
What
did you want to know? What did you want to know?
I have to know if Jason's actually a master of puppets. Like, Jason, you have your background is unbelievable, and I feel like we peel off layers, and I learned things about you all the time. Despite the fact, we learned you were an award-winning mime. I've known you for going on the...
He won awards for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
All right.
remember? Like, I've now known you for the better part of my life. Or the worst part of my life.
I was going to say. I knew that was coming.
Are you skilled with puppets? I have to know.
I am. And I had a puppet. I had a puppet,
You had a puppet
growing
face?
up named Sam, and I used it for auditions, and I would sing Garth Brooks "When the Thunder Rolls." It was so funny. I crushed with it, and it was the puppet with the hand up the back and the stick for the arm. I crushed. I was straight
With
up
your
a
Garth
Metallica.
Brooks puppet.
Master of puppet. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the clarity,
gosh.
Mike. You are correct. Now, I was a kid then, but
It
I
is
still
kind of
was
shocking.
pretty much a master.
You know, there are people out there, Mike, that just
unbelievable.
They just say they've done everything, and it might not be true.
Yeah, I know. That's why I had to know.
You just that's why pictures exist for social media.
I still own that puppet in a box somewhere. I've never been able
my
to throw
God.
it
No,
away.
you do not.
Yeah, and at this
Thunder
point, he is
rolls.
so nasty looking because it's 25 years old or something.
I'm pretty sure that you or your wife could figure out how to clean him up and get us a video
Yeah, that'd be nice.
of the puppet singing
We'll see.
Thunder Rolls.
Learning more things about Jason every day. I apologize for the preemptive situation room. We are now in the situation room. Cody from Patreon, you find yourself in the middle of an executive level meeting at a major film company and are told that you have the final decision on the next big movie release. The only criteria is that it must be a remake of another popular movie, but told from the perspective of another character than the original was. Which movie are you remaking and from
This
whose
is outstanding.
point of view?
I wish I had more time than the 10 seconds I have to think about this.
So this is, let me give you if you answer Star Wars, then you're saying it's from Darth Vader's perspective or something. That would be a remake that would fit the
sort
role
of.
here?
Like, I feel like you have his perspective. Like this, we talked about a Hook in this episode. Imagine Peter Pan from the perspective of Captain Hook. Like the whole movie is following Captain Hook.
That would
And
be good. I think didn't they do something like that?
Did they do that? Is that
I mean,
what
the
Hook
movie's
was?
named
I haven't seen Hook in a
but
very
that
long
is that is not from the
No, not
perspective
Hook.
of
I just
Hook.
mean like they've done so many spins on Peter Pan and Peter.
So this is just
and-
what sequel do you want to see from the vantage point of
PP.
the villain?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's. I think those.
Well,
when
Joker was a different,
perfect.
Yeah.
That's
look,
perfect.
right?
Where you're looking at like Joker is
Not
just
recommended
this-
for children.
Oh, yep, yes.
Stay away.
For mature audiences. But yeah, like where you look at this person that your preconceived notion about them was just thrown. It was just thrust upon you. If you watch Batman, Joker's a bad guy. Deal with it. Why is he a bad guy?
I've got two that I can't decide between because they're both so good. One, very similar to the superhero bad guy, Thanos. I mean, he's got a lot of layers to him. He
Didn't that
thinks
kind
he's
of
doing
I mean,
right.
I feel like we saw enough of Thanos.
We saw a
Okay.
little bit, like because
right.
honestly,
Then how about
I
this
get
one?
it. I get what you're doing,
Mike
Thanos.
was a little compassionate to Thanos.
I felt it. I knew
All
what
right.
he was
Thanos is a
doing.
contrarian. Yeah.
You know who gets a bad rap? And I want to know what it would be like to live in such a wonderful land of Oz as a witch, as the Wicked Witch.
Okay.
Isn't there an entire play about that, Jason?
Oh my gosh, that's what Wicked is. That's right. And that's
Like
right.
A
Absolutely.
Tony Award-winning production.
See? Look, I didn't think about that, but that shows how
Wait, you're
brilliant
taking
I
credit
am.
for
I'm
it now?
100% taking credit.
You're taking credit for what already exists as
Yes,
your
because
idea?
it's a Tony Award. It's a masterpiece.
You and
I have never once seen or listened to
You
the
haven't
music
seen
of Wicked.
Wicked?
No, I haven't. This is
Bro.
not something I'm aware of.
No,
I
he
don't know
wrote it. He
what
hasn't
the
seen it, but
story
he
is.
wrote
I
it.
will write it.
Bro, I hate musicals, and Wicked is wicked. It's great. It's fantastic.
We went to New York a year ago or so, saw a couple musicals. Wicked was in the running, but we didn't see it. But
So you went and saw a bunch of garbage instead of seeing something great.
oh, dude, get what?
Let's not
Hamilton
open
and
that
Frozen. How dare
Okay,
you?
First
all
of
right,
all,
that's
you'll
fine,
lose,
that's
Mike,
fine.
because Al will be on our side.
I thought it was going to be like I saw Cats.
Oh,
no, nobody
Barf.
says that. Yeah.
it's not the 70s anymore, Mike.
We saw dogs with cat personalities. Look, I've been waiting for a long time to see time travel from Biff's perspective. I mean, I really,
All right.
really
Okay.
relate to Biff. I mean, Biff
That's
is really,
good.
he's been, or
Hey, don't hate
That-
the player. Hate the game.
that Tyrannosaurus. What was going through his head in Jurassic Park? I'd like to
okay.
see
Ooh, that's
him
good.
grow up a little bit in the wild, and then he's just trying to get out.
Yeah,
And he
those-
did. And he
those
did.
are-
He did.
He did get
He
out.
really
he's
got-
just
he got
trying
out.
and succeeding.
Yeah, just trying and succeeding. A classic story of success.
Yeah.
I'll throw out, like, is Voldemort really that bad of a guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. As a Harry Potter connoisseur of the book series,
attempted baby murderer. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I would like to hear what that was
his
all
side
about.
of the story. He was
Yeah,
an orphan.
look at him. Look at him in the mirror. What
He's got no.
what bullying has he faced?
Okay, so I am
Very little, Andy.
I am not the Harry Potter connoisseur. I've seen all the movies, have not read the books.
Sure.
So I'm sure there's more details in there. What's up with the nose? Why does he not have a nose? Did something happen? Or is it just like, there's Voldemort, he doesn't have a nose?
So I think the books talk about him having more of like a snake-like face, but I don't think it was intentionally gonna be that. And then the movies came out, it's like, oh, the dude's got a snake head. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
and he was kind of when he took care of Harry in the beginning, he was like basically almost dead, and then came back. So I think that had to do with him looking so not great.
So what do you look like
when you come back, you
from
don't
the
get
dead?
you
don't
The
get
nose
your
is the
back.
last
you put
thing.
so much
your
stuff.
body knows it's not that important. Just put 2 slots in there and you're
He
good to go.
almost got all the way back, but he couldn't get the nose.
He was slithering back into existence.
Oh,
Very
there he
nice.
goes.
Kirk from Patreon. The 3 of you arrive at your office where you find a mysterious duffel bag and a note. It reads, "This bag contains $100,000 in cash. If one of you decides to open it and take the bag, he will get to keep the money. And the others will be left with nothing. The person who opens the bag may not share any of the money. However, if none of you open the bag by the end of the day, each of you will be given $10,000 when you arrive at home. What decision will you make? All for one or one for all?" I'm not going to pretend that we had clarity on this question before this episode began. But now I know that we all know about the bag from the moment we walk into this office.
And what we have done, we all privately messaged Owl Borland, and me and Owl worked it out, and we're going with, because the line says there's no sharing. Essentially, that means if multiple people open the bag up, you can't share it. So that means that there's no money for anybody. Does that make sense?
Okay, we are going that route. Wow, that makes it tough. That makes it.
I'm not sure I followed.
Okay, well, let's just get to the reveal then, and then we'll break the question down.
I already deleted my answer to Jeremy because I didn't. My original answer was I didn't think you guys would know about it, so I decided that I was going to take the money, and then
because of course that makes it so much easier
over the course of the next. Well, no, you still have to deal with your conscience, but I was going to assuage my conscience by being really nice to you for 4
you
to
can't
6
share the money.
4 to 6 months.
Oh, like just
just
complimentary.
Like, hey, would you like a drink? Hey, let me get that door for you. Sure. Do you want? Hey, look, I got your favorite meal. You know what I mean?
I assume that we would all know what happens. You know, so, oh man, he had a chance. And I messaged Jeremy and I told him, yeah, I'm taking that money, yo.
That would come back to bite you.
Yeah, well, so here, I figured I could just explain it like this.
Gambling debt.
Yeah, look, guys, who's going to take my legs?
I like the
that's
ponies.
not bad.
And the ponies have not been kind.
But in this situation, I feel like I'm doing a service for our local economy because if we
that's
split,
how we're gonna feel too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
just
see
bear
what
with me.
you're saying.
$70,000 goes away to nothing. I'm burning $70,000 that could go collectively to the 3 of us. And now collectively to the 3 of us, all $100,000 has been delivered.
Collectively, as in we are part of the local economy, receiving the benefits of you spending our money?
If I get $100,000 and you add what you get and what Mike gets together, the 3 of us got $100,000. That's how I would look at it. I would just own and keep
It's smart.
the money.
That's smart. I
we would
respect
look at it more like you took the money from us.
I would also look at it like that. Yes.
Yeah, like you're a thief.
I would respect it, but you also just
But I only
stole
took
my money.
10,000 from you. I got 100,000. Don't you guys understand math? Wouldn't you be
We're
happy
in a
for me?
business. We're in a business together, so you'd have to,
For the record,
oh.
Mike was the only one that said he would take the 10 grand with each of you.
Oh, well, now the
You don't get
truth
it.
has revealed itself to everyone.
I didn't say anything. That's
Yeah,
the only way to
exactly.
do it with a business, because I couldn't have
Your
you guys
silence is
speaks
deafening.
volumes. Is that what
Look, but here's the great news, Andy. We have this show, and now that Jason has stolen all this money from us, I think that the 2/3 of us can vote him off the
Yes,
show,
yes.
like Survivor style.
Right.
So he can ride off into the wilderness with that money.
Good
And
luck
then-
knowing about puppets without me.
Oh, that's a great point. Shoot.
Have fun. That 100
Andy,
grand, you got to
we
pay
will
some
have
taxes.
to learn how to master puppets.
Yeah. Well, Mike, first things first, don't grab a stuffed animal. Those aren't puppets.
That's true.
So that's a good place
hey,
to start.
Unfortunately for you, Jason, I learned everything I need to know about puppets in 60 seconds.
I learned it in about 30 seconds, and the other 30 seconds was useless. So, yeah.
Man, I mean,
Well, there's really
How-
only one
what's-
way to find this out, and that would be obviously somebody volunteering a bag of $100,000 so that we can do the experiment.
I nominate Mike.
I will just email me, and I'll get it set up for everybody. I promise.
just Venmo me your money.
Venmo me 100 grand. I'll put it in a bag.
And
So
I will
we'll go-
take it. This
and
sounds
we'll
great.
Go from there. Oh my goodness! All right, you guys ready to draft?
I
All
think
right.
so. Listen, if saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2022, and it should be, because that's just a really good goal.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea. Then why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for wireless? Switching to Mint Mobile, it's the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you maximize your savings with plans starting at just $15 a month. I know Andy's got his kids on Mint Mobile. It is such a smart and easy process for people looking for extra savings this year. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless, just $15 a month. By going online only, they're eliminating all the traditional costs of retail and all of the things that come along with that, and they're going to pass the savings on to you. All the plans come with unlimited talks, unlimited text, high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/spitballers. That's mintmobile.com/spitballers. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/spitballers.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, today we are drafting a Mount Rushmore of iconic actors. And we're going to do the same thing with actresses on another episode. We thought about combining them. There's too many to choose from, so we figured let's split it up, and we'll do a Mount Rushmore of actors and Mount Rushmore of actresses
Indeed.
on separate shows. So Jason has the very first pick.
As
All right.
indicated by the catch kapow.
Yeah.
That kicked off the show.
Followed by the kapow.
Now I've put my list together. I've got like 10 that I really like, and plenty more if you guys draft well. But I'm looking at my list and I'm thinking, man, I'm jealous of where Mike's at. I think that
It's not a bad place to be.
that turn is good. But you want to know where the best place to be is, Mike? The
Where's that,
101.
Jason?
The 101 is the best, and I will offer you the 101 and the 303 for the 2-3 or the 1-3
Wait, hold
and
on.
the
Are we
2-1.
we're
I'm
offering
offering a trade. My
we're
first and
trying to
third for
switch
your
positions?
second. Yes. What do you think?
so yeah, give me the numbers again.
All right, so I'm going to give you my first.
No.
All right. Well, that settles it. Because that was the best piece of my ammo. So if you're not accepting the first pick, I guess I'm on the clock.
Yes.
So you feel like you're in a tough position with the 101, Jay?
I love the 101. I've got a clear 101, but
so
the
much
problem
you tried
is
to trade it.
He
Got it.
loves it. He doesn't need it, but he loves it.
No, it's a matter of by the time people come back to me, I'm worried about the two Mike gets because I think Mike can grab.
You should not be worried about mine.
All right, okay. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to take Tom Hanks. Okay, the guy that has never made a bad movie, that has been in comedies, dramas, classics, sports movies. I mean, there's no genre he hasn't been a part of, and every actor just has made, every major actor has just made a handful of garbage movies, just movies that are unwatchable.
Hasn't he made some bad movies?
No. Name his bad movies.
Hold on.
Was in those Inferno movies? The
Joe versus the volcano.
Joe versus the volcano was great. Those are comedies.
No, not Joe versus the volcano. And the Dante.
Dante's Peak. That wasn't Tom.
That
Hanks.
was Pierce Brosnan.
Didn't he do some Da Vinci codes? Are those good?
Oh,
Those were
he was the
best-selling books. Those
were
were great.
Oh, best-selling
the
books
books.
was the
The books
answer to whether the movie was good.
That's like saying
Best-selling books.
Yeah, Harry Potter's.
Yeah,
Harry Potter's
Harry
not
Potter,
the best
the
movie of all
first-
time. I just watched a Harry Potter movie last night because it's part of
Because
best-selling
it's a
books.
best-selling book.
Look, if you're going to try to disparage Tom Hanks'
not. No,
IMDb credits, you're going to be making a fool of yourself.
He's a great actor. He should be up there.
Yeah, I got
Wait
the
a
101.
Oh, I was going to throw out Mamma Mia, but apparently he's the executive producer. Dodged a bullet on that one.
Yeah, all right. Stand by it.
So, fair pick belongs on the Mount Rushmore.
No, that's where I would have gone with my first pick.
So do I have the next pick? That's right.
You do.
Great. Okay. I'm worried about some of these guys getting back to me because, Mike's got a couple picks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why everyone's so like you guys know how I do things. Why are you so worried about my picks?
I'm going to take Leonardo DiCaprio.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
because
see,
of
that's
course
one
Mike
of the
would have
two.
taken him.
That's one of the two I knew you were going to take that
Yeah,
I
'cause
wanted.
Leo is the GOAT. I am on record. I know I would take Tom Hanks for my first pick, but Leo is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, so I'll take
Put his
Leo.
name in a movie and I'm seeing it. I don't care what it is.
Honestly,
And
I'm
that's
a little bit happy we didn't make that trade because I did not think Andy would go Leo. And he was one of the two I wanted with your picks, Mike. I'm just so happy you don't get him now.
It kind of would have been better if you had done the trade and then been super disappointed. That would have been fun too. But I'll take Leo, and Mike, you get 2 picks to make up for not getting the one you wanted.
Here's the problem. Like that's my top 2. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's the 2 I would go with. So yeah, I get 2 back-to-back picks, but now I feel like I'm down a tier.
Mm-hmm. You're down a tier, but there's still
there's one I really, really want.
There's
So
2 I
don't-
really
just
want.
don't take it. That's the important thing.
No, there's one I really want.
Oh, now I have to. Now my entire
haven't-
job is just figure out who those actors are. I don't even care about my team.
You haven't picked anybody yet, right?
Or have I?
Who might he have picked is what he
Yeah.
wants to know.
What was that one you thought I picked?
So he
Gene
Jason
Hackman. R.I.P. No,
He's still alive.
Still
He's still
kicking,
alive.
still kicking.
We're
At
still
least
doing that
when
bit?
we recorded it. Yeah.
All right.
I think Betty White's fine too right now. So.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But we keep playing with fire with these pre-recordings. All right, Mike.
All right.
You're up.
Number 1. So with my first pick, which he was recently in a movie with Leo DiCaprio, and he is one of, I think, the best actors of all time, at least the modern ages. Jason, you don't know who I'm picking.
I'm worried.
You don't need to be. Okay, I'm taking Brad Pitt.
That's who I was worried you were going to take. That's who I wanted. You said he was recently in a...
You thought Brad Pitt would make it all the way back to your second pick. That is buffoonery.
I did not, which is why I wanted to trade. I was hoping to get Leo and Brad Pitt at your picks. Thankfully, you didn't get
So you
one
would
of them.
trade, just for the record, you trade Hanks for Leo and Brad Pitt.
That's right. That's
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
right.
that
I
makes
would
sense.
too. I would not make that.
But you want to
trade
know
as
who I
well.
wouldn't trade Tom Hanks for? Brad Pitt and whoever this next pick is.
Yeah, that's the problem. So
Oh, John Candy might come around to you.
John Candy's a national treasure.
Yeah, that's what I figured your next pick is.
It's not.
Might be.
It's not. It could.
I don't want to ruin the tension that we have created, but I am
Yes.
not taking him. So I will take. Oh my gosh, this is an impossible situation of knowing who will. Now I'm Jason.
Just pick the wrong person. That's all you got to do.
Oh, I feel like I'm 100% going to do that. All right, I'll take. Even though his prime. Oh, Andy's face is just destroying me right now. His prime was a little bit before my era. That doesn't mean that the guy wasn't still absolutely crushing it. I will take the OG Joker. I will take Jack Nicholson.
Oh, okay. All right, that's a good pick.
He was on my list. I figured he would be someone that I might be toiling with at my next pick if the better names weren't taken.
I love Jack Nicholson so much.
Jackal Nicholson.
Jackal.
The old Jackal.
The old
they call him the old Jackal.
Jackal Nicholson. I love him so much I don't know his name.
With my next pick, I will take quality over quantity. I will take Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, all right.
See, he is on my list, and
There Will Be Blood.
What's
Gangs
wild?
in New York.
What's wild about
Last of the
Daniel Day-Lewis
Mohicans.
is 100% his acting. Just his acting ability is unbelievable. But do you want to hang out with Daniel Day-Lewis?
No.
I feel like no, and
no, he's going to be up on a big old
I don't know why, but
Mount Rushmore instead.
Like that, it factors into my decision making. Do I actually want to hang out with these people?
I don't think you want to hang out with Jack Nicholson either.
Oh yes, you do. Jack Nicholson seems like an absolute right. Jack Nicholson is your hilarious grandpa.
I'm worried that if you hung out with Jack Nicholson for 10 years, he may never have known you were in the room.
Very possible.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so Jason gets a couple. I went with Daniel Day-Lewis.
All right, yeah. So Daniel Day-Lewis, when it comes to just quality of actor, phenomenal. I don't really enjoy his movies. Like they're just not fun to me. They're always like.
How much did you love Lincoln, Andy?
Parts of all the Daniel Day-Lewis parts were great.
Ironic, since he is one of the Mount Rushmore.
See, Andy?
All the Daniel Day-Lewis parts. I just went to sleep for the rest.
Exactly.
But I get both of my guys together in Gangs in New York, so I'm putting them up on Mount Rushmore as a little bit of a combo.
That movie,
you know what I mean?
Unbelievably great.
So
I am thrilled to be here. I thought for sure that both of these guys could
John
go to
Candy's
Mike.
still on the board. You're right.
John Candy is still there. I'm super excited. I love Candy.
Yeah, you can RIP that one, by the way. Gene
you
Hackman's
could
still
go
alive,
Candy,
but
John Candy and James Cagney. They sound very similar.
I mean, it's tempting.
and you have two picks.
But instead, I'm going to take someone that I know Mike absolutely loves, one of his favorite actors of all time. You talk about wanting to hang out with the wily old grandpa. Dude, Harrison Ford. I
can't believe you actually took Harrison Ford.
You give me Indiana Jones and Han Solo.
I cannot believe you actually took. I don't believe you actually like Harrison Ford. You're doing this in spite.
You're
doing
next
this to hurt me.
No way. Look, you and I think our list of people are actually far more similar than you think. And he is next on my list. So, to me, my list went Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Harrison Ford, and then this next guy
I thought
who
there
does
was
all his own stunts, and he's crazy in real life.
Yes, take him.
But I am taking Tom Cruise. I want you
Underrated.
can't find
Underrated.
many people better than Tom Cruise when it comes to the variety. I mean,
It's not just
you look
stunts,
at
though.
natural, normal.
It is just stunts.
No, it's not.
Go
No, it's
watch
not.
Born on the 4th
He's-
of July
He's
and
really
tell me
good,
it's
Mike.
stunts.
He's
Tom
really
Cruise.
good.
Jerry
Look,
Maguire. I mean, you're
Jerry
crazy to
Maguire,
think it's the comedy.
What's
What,
the
what's
Nicholson?
the movie that he was?
A
he
Few
was
Good
that
Men.
funny-
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Few Good Men is amazing.
You're crazy to think he's just stunts. I didn't draft Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He just stunts.
Rain
I mean,
Man?
that's the worst take you've ever had. Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, Jerry Maguire, A Few Good Men.
I mean, his stunts are great. Don't get me wrong.
The problem with
Shout
that
out to
is,
Jack Reacher.
is that in every single movie he plays the role of Tom Cruise.
Except for the ones we named.
Yeah, except
When he's Tom Cruise, yeah, they'll no. I
go
see what
watch
you mean.
Born on the
Have you
4th
seen-
of July.
have you seen
You have
A
not seen
Few
those
Good
two
Men, Mike?
movies.
I have seen both of those movies when Tom Cruise plays Tom Cruise.
That's the, okay.
Let's just let
me
it
just
go.
say this. Let me
Just
just say
let
this,
it
Mike.
go.
A lot of people listening, they might not have seen these movies, and they might go, "Oh yeah, totally, Mike's right." But for everyone who's seen those movies, they're thinking that you have not seen those movies and you're straight up lying. Because in those movies, He was unbelievable.
No,
So
he
Tom-
played the role of Ethan Hunt in those movies. Yes.
So I've got Tom
He can
Hanks.
play either Tom Cruise or Ethan Hunt.
Look, Ethan Hunt without all the
or
stunts.
Jack Reacher.
Tom Hanks, Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise. I am very happy.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Tom Cruise is great.
That was the end of the whole argument.
Look,
You
I'm
gave it up
I'm trying
at the
to
end.
win over here,
All right.
man. I love Tom Cruise.
For my third pick, I will take an actor that he just demands my attention no matter what movie he's in. It's Denzel Washington.
Ooh, speaking
so
of
good.
a man who plays Denzel Washington in every movie.
Oh, I don't care though. Unapologetically fine with it.
That
Give
is
me
so,
a
100%.
That is so correct. It
Give
is
me
so
a
correct.
speech. I don't care. Denzel, I want to see you give an inspiring speech to anybody in any movie
It's
for
so right.
10 minutes in a row. So
Denzel
I will
was next
take
on my
Denzel.
list. He was the dream of coming back to me.
Do you guys-
And you're 100% right. He is totally okay playing himself because he's the coolest
And
guy.
it's great. It's great
in
every
the
time.
world.
One of the most underrated
My
Denzel
man.
movies
My man.
is
My man.
The Hurricane.
I
Go
have
watch
never
it.
seen
If you've
The
never seen The Hurricane,
I have
go
never
watch
seen it.
That's the boxing one, right?
It's the
Yeah.
about Reuben
Yeah.
Carter. Yeah, it's
No,
great.
Denzel's fantastic.
All
and
right.
I'm just besmirching people to try and win.
All he does is act in these movies. He's just acting.
He's not even the real guy.
Insincere. He's not even the real guy. He keeps playing characters
He plays
over
someone else.
and over.
All right, well, this
Reading
is
from a script.
the person I thought Jason was going to take, which make no mistakes about it, you taking Harrison Ford has cut me deeply.
Nice.
Like
Ooh.
it's like you taking
And Leo's gone.
the bag of the money. Well, I didn't even have a chance to take Leo. I could have taken Harrison.
Yeah.
I assume one of you would have taken Jack on that run, but I could be very wrong.
Possible.
But it does leave the person who I thought Jason was going to take to try and destroy my soul. Who you want to talk about a Daniel Day-Lewis level of method actor, the dude who weighed like 80 pounds in one role, only to weigh like 220 when he turned into Batman. I will take Christian Bale,
Now
my friends.
that it's a good pick from an acting perspective. It completely undermines your entire argument about Daniel Day-Lewis.
Look,
Because you don't want to hang out with Christian Bale, and I know you don't. And
No,
you
but
know you don't.
People say he is not the best hang.
I stand corrected.
Oh, this whole draft is all over the place.
Oh, good for you.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's all right. That's a
But
very fair
good
point.
actor. I mean, like I said, you're just putting him
Yes.
up on Mount Rushmore. You
I've
can
got
walk
Tom
away from the
Cruise. You've
stone.
got Christian Bale. You've got Daniel Day-Lewis. We're even on the don't want to hang out side.
That's fair.
Jason's getting more than 60 seconds on Scientology if he hangs out with Tom.
No, I'm not. This is just a
getting
work of art
60
on the
minutes.
mountain, my man.
Oh man, and
Well, I
I am
shouldn't say my man. That builds up Andy's team.
Thank you, my man.
My
my
man.
goodness. All right, I am so unbelievably. I'm crushed by the weight of this last pick because there's three guys
It's
that
saying
I-
no to so many too.
that I desperately want to draft for my Rushmore. And I don't want no Teddy Roosevelts on my Rushmore. What do people like Teddy Roosevelt? Is
Yeah.
that like
I think people like Teddy Roosevelt, but he's not on the level of those other George
How
Washington,
did he
Thomas
get on the
Jefferson,
list?
Abraham
Natural
Lincoln.
History Museum. He's a big
Did he
feature
make
there.
that?
He's a big feature there.
Who
Yeah,
would you
go-
say is the fourth biggest president after those three?
Taft is the biggest.
that is an unbelievable historical burn, my friend. Unbelievable.
Oh,
How did you get to that so quickly?
I always have Taft on the front of my mind.
Well, I've given him a lot
Taft
of
is the one
experience.
who got stuck in the bathtub, right?
I've given Andy and yourself a lot of experience of quick-witted fat jokes.
Oh, unbelievable!
I mean, would it be
man.
JFK? Would they destroy the face of Teddy and replace it with
why
JFK?
don't
Just
you
cut
need
his
to-
mustache off.
You need a Mount Rushmore Part 2. That's what you got to do. You got to
Part
get a second
2.
edition. And
All right.
yeah, JFK's probably in there.
Oh goodness. All right. I've narrowed it down. I've narrowed it down to the two guys that I want because this is our Rushmore. There's really no like check marks that you have to click off of the box to have made it. This is just our personal Rushmore.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of why Teddy's. I'm sorry. Pictures of President Taft are coming through our Slack channel at the moment.
He's a big dude.
Look. All right. So he's on mine, and I got to cancel out the quotient, the anti-cool quotient of Christian Bale. I got to get
someone to hang out with.
I got to get the coolest dude in the room. And this might be a little bit more quantity over quality because I don't know if he's said no to a role in his entire life.
No, I know who he's going.
I will take Samuel L. Jackson.
He doesn't say no to Capital One or any role.
Jackson is the baddest man in the room, no doubt about it.
If you had to pick a random movie over the last 30 years,
Sam Jackson's in it for sure.
I was going to say, and bet your house on checking the credits, whether he's in or out. Which way do you go?
Yeah, if you're picking any actor, you're going, just give me Sam Jackson.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I kind of thought you might, because it's you, Mike, and because of how much you love and respect him, I thought you might go Keanu Reeves right there.
Look,
I thought there was a chance you'd just put him up there because he's so cool.
I told you I had three guys, and I narrowed it down to two. The second one would have been Keanu.
Who was the third?
I will tell you when the draft is done.
Now, I have my final pick. Now, who are your four, Mike? Just so we can picture your Mount Rushmore right
Let's see. So I have Brad Pitt.
Or Al might know them.
I got Brad Pitt, Jack Nicholson. I got Sam Jackson, and I got Christian Bale.
Okay. All right. And right now I'm sitting with Leo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis, Denzel Washington. And I'm having a hard time, gentlemen, because
I know.
I am now in the vortex of if I take this guy, then I'm playing into who you think I am.
Oh, yeah, do it.
Screw that crap, man.
Yeah, be who you are.
Be yourself.
Now I feel manipulated.
What? By
to
who?
Be, you know what? If I have to manipulate you to be who you are, then so be it. I want you
This is a
to
Mount
be
Rushmore, and I'm going to put a classic actor in it. I'm going to put one with 5 Oscars and who I enjoyed watching. I'm going to take Jimmy Stewart. I'm taking him. Yes. He's on my Mount Rushmore. He's one of the best actors of all time. He may be older, but Rear Window is one of my favorite movies ever. He was the Tom Hanks of his day.
Hey, it's me, Jimmy Stewart.
That's not bad, Mike.
That's not bad.
Now, why do you know how to do that? Because he's so iconic.
I can name one Jimmy Stewart movie, and then you brought up Rear Window, and
It's a Wonderful Life. You know that as well.
I can name 2 Jimmy Stewart movies.
But he's got the pedigree of being, an Oscar winner for many years. So I will go with him.
Did he win like the first Oscar of all time?
He won the very first.
There was one movie a year, and he was in them. So he got 5. I think his 5th Oscar he did compete with another movie.
You probably had to watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington in high school.
Oh my gosh, I did. You
probably
are correct.
Did.
Oh, I blocked that PTSD from watching that thing. Goodness.
Yeah. And he was in a bunch of Hitchcock movies too, which are classics.
Mr. Smith bores the crap out of Mike Wright. That's the name of that movie.
If I saw that, I deleted it from my memory.
Look, I'm not expecting you to. Now he always played Jimmy Stewart in the movies he was in.
I respect it, and if you actually like Jimmy Stewart, I mean that's.
Well, what about the knives?
I know that
he's
because
in that Christmas movie, right?
It's a caricature. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life is the Christmas movie that people seem to like.
So I'm just sticking to who I am.
Good for you.
Rear Window is one of my favorite movies of all time. He is an esteemed actor.
What's the Hitchcock movie where the plane comes after him? I've actually seen that one. The iconic scene where he's running in a field,
the birds,
and then a prop plane comes after him.
It might have been
back.
Birds. I don't know.
It's not. It's definitely not Birds. We can go to Jason while we try to figure this out.
Yeah,
Jason.
Okay.
Man,
that was tough. You took Jimmy Stewart off of my list. I was between him and Laurence Olivier, but
whatever, man. I don't care.
We'll see. Now I still want to
North by Northwest.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
All right.
Rushmore's in that movie, I think.
So
Mount
I'm
Rushmore
the
wasn't
final.
made when Jimmy Stewart was around. Oh man,
I'm the final pick, and I'm struggling here whether to go with mine.
I can't wait to talk
Or
about this
the
after
best.
your pick too.
So
Are you just going to take my Keanu pick?
No. Keanu wouldn't be the me pick. So I'll tell you right now who I'm deciding between. Morgan Freeman is, he's not the lead, but he is unbelievable. His voice is
He's
great.
number 2 behind Samuel L. Jackson in movie quantities as well.
Absolutely. He's at least voiced something in every movie you've seen. But I feel like to have, and I realize that, and maybe I'm skewed because I came up with a comedy background and I was always so upset that comic actors didn't get any credit for being incredible at their craft. You look at
I know what's coming.
Exactly.
I know what's coming.
And the thing is you
I
look
do
at
too.
like the Oscars, the fact that they don't have a yearly best comedic actor the way that the Golden Globes does is
Wait, hold on. You're blowing my mind right now. There's no Oscar for best comedy?
correct. And that's
No, that's not
that's
true.
a travesty. And so to
There's
me,
not a
That's
best
only Golden
comedy?
Globes, right?
yeah, Golden Globes has it. No Oscar. Oscars don't care about comedy. They only care about drama. And so look, this is not going to be a vote getter. People are going to be like, "Well, you
I
heard
just
me until
drafted
that."
Jimmy Stewart, so you're fine.
Yeah. So this is really, your chance to win here, Mike. But I have to. If I walked away from this was my plan to take him as my 4th pick.
Take
because
the
I assume
him? What are you, Starfire?
take him with my 4th pick.
It's Jim Carrey.
But Jim Carrey is absolutely on my list. The best comedy actor of our generation. We talk about all these guys we love, Adam Sandler and Chris Farley and all these guys. And when we go back and we look at their IMDb, and it's like they really had like 2 peak movies. And
Right.
Jim Carrey
Yeah,
had a
that's
run
fair.
of 5 or 6 just unbelievably great movies. Even movies that were maligned, like Cable Guy, that you go back and watch them later and you're like, that's
Cable Guy
hysterical.
is great. It's interesting that we're going actors, and you took a comedian who he wanted so badly, and he had it inside of him that he wanted to be an actor so much that he decided that he would just destroy his career.
Well, I think the comedy it fades eventually. You can't do the same shtick forever and be funny
Truman
at the same
Show
thing. So
and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind are both outstanding movies.
Eternal Sunshine's very good. I'm thinking of The Majestic and that, because that was the
That was
was the
less
swan
good.
song.
That was less good.
no,
I
he's-
feel like that's when it went off the rails.
But he could do it.
Yeah, he's a good enough actor, and I have to have some comedy on my list. And he's
Sonic the
absolutely,
Hedgehog.
I would leave that one up. What was the other one he did when he Charlie Kaufman, right? He was
Oh yeah.
Oh, Man on the Moon.
I mean,
Yes.
that was like a method acting
You wanna talk-
experience for Jim Carrey. I'm just giving you points here. I mean,
Yes.
of all the comedy, I don't think
It
they like
doesn't
the
matter
movie.
if you
They
like
the
the movie.
performance.
I don't like a lot of the movies Daniel Day-Lewis is in, but he's amazing.
What was
at
Leo
the
was
movie.
in the movie where he was Howard Hughes? That was
That-
640 hours
Oh, The
long.
Aviator. That
Aviator,
movie
yeah.
is great.
Well, he was outstanding.
All
but
I
it was
remember is
really
him pooping
long.
and peeing in jars. That's literally
Yeah.
the only thing. I
And
remember.
That was
long
the best
fingernails,
acting he
yeah.
did. So other actors that were in consideration, I didn't want him up on my Mount Rushmore, but to be honest, for a run there, Mel Gibson was by far my favorite actor.
Okay, that's fair.
Incredible. And then Clint
Braveheart.
Eastwood was in consideration too.
Was he?
But then I think of Clint Eastwood, the director, so much more
I
now
just
than I
think
do
of
the actor.
I just think of
Paul
the decrepit
Newman, Michael
man.
Caine. That was about
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
For me, the guys that I was really struggling with, as the aforementioned Keanu Reeves, and a guy who I think he's super underrated because his name hasn't even come up, is Benicio del Toro.
Oh, he's so
that's
good.
great.
He's so good.
He is freaking fantastic, man. Like he absolutely transforms from movie to movie.
He's great.
Yeah, for sure. Like a Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman is like
Yeah, sure.
Gary Oldman doesn't get the respect because he's not the lead. He's the and because you don't even recognize him in half the movies he's in. It's
Yeah.
he's
Right.
so
And
different that
obviously-
it's like you don't even know who he is.
So we'll do a full Mount Rushmore of actresses on a future episode.
Mhm.
And one other name left off: William Howard Taft wasn't drafted today,
Yeah.
but could have been. So,
You know what's funny is he used to be one of my favorite actors because I thought he was incredible. Is my man Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah.
But he has become a caricature. And he's
Yeah.
now Johnny Depp is now Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Johnny Depp plays Jack Sparrow in every movie he's been.
He's Jack Sparrow now.
He doesn't know how to not be Jack Sparrow.
And I don't blame a man for going after the bag, because I know that he is getting absolutely drowned in cash to go be Jack Sparrow. But like it's an unfortunate move that happened for him, where he was
from a respect
crushing
standpoint.
He was in incredible movies. His roles were always really diverse, and now he's Jack Sparrow.
The two other guys I had on my list outside of Morgan Freeman, these were more in the vein of
can do Harrison Ford.
Yeah, you know it. But Robert Downey Jr. I think is actually phenomenal. I appreciate
I know
people
who
that
people
can do comedy. And here's somebody that look, I think he's unbelievably talented. And this one might get mocked. People like him, but you wouldn't think of him on this level. But I think Ryan Reynolds is unfathomably talented. He's just
it's fair. It's fair to me. I think Ryan Reynolds is great.
He has so much charisma.
I think he's great.
You can't teach that, his comedy, and he can be serious.
It's just fine. I mean,
I think Andy's face is what I expected.
The
I
names,
think he's great.
The two names that we'll get yelled at for on Twitter, I understand, but they're just not in my pantheon, and clearly not in yours. And that's
Robert De
Niro and Al Pacino.
Give me Al Pacino 100 times over Robert De Niro.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I was wondering if they would come up.
And Marlon Brando, for those that are huge Marlon Brando fans.
It's me, Marlon Brando.
Well, there he is. Hello.
Marlon. Marlon, thanks for joining us here on the Spitballers podcast.
You guys are drafting me.
For a second, I thought Sly Stallone was trying to get drafted right there. But
I think Marlon
I'm not exactly
Stallone.
Sure. But let's do this.
What did we learn today?
Oh, come on. We all know what I learned today.
What did you learn today?
Jason is the master of puppets. Come on.
I learned that Thomas Jefferson was the fourth member of Mount Rushmore today.
Oh, man. Yeah. And that Taft was underrated. Yeah, no, I learned that Jason has a long storied history that we're going to learn about over the next 100 episodes of this show. So
that's true.
That is it for today's Spitballers episode. Woo! Feel free to yell at us on Twitter about your favorite actor.
Oh, I'm sure
at
the yelling will.
Pod.
It will definitely happen, but I hope you enjoyed the episode, and we will see you next time. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.